want to talk about what's going on with Roblox because Roblox, of course, introduced age and identity verification. Now, Roblox has been under a lot of fire recently because there are a lot of like pedophiles basically using Roblox or people that are seeking to, I guess, you know, get in touch with children. I think if you're a responsible parent, oh, sorry, my face looks so tired. You should be monitoring your child's activities and you shouldn't just be letting them go on Roblox all day and talk to people that you don't know all the time. I think parents should oversee that type of thing. But no parent wants to ever do this, their job. They want the government to do it. And so now Roblox has been forced to respond with invasive identity verification. Um, so Roblox has rolled out mandatory age checks for all users. Chat features are locked unless you submit a full face scan, of course, because they're harvesting biometric data. Um, and they have this age estimation feature where, of course, using AI, because all of these all of these laws are so tightly wound up in the mass expansion of AI surveillance, generally. Um, the age estimation tech will basically assign you to these categories. Now, I want you to see who's doing it. I want you to see who's doing it. So this is the thing. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, Roblox. Oh, I don't care if Roblox has my data. Oh, I want to it's fine. Like, it's fine for games to do this. You know, whatever. I don't care if Roblox has my data. Well, okay. Roblox doesn't have um, Roblox doesn't have the resources. Even a game like Roblox doesn't necessarily have the resources to enact mass identity verification. So, because of that, they work with these third party vendors. Um, And they work with these third party vendors to do this uh, because they can't just do it themselves. It's actually extremely expensive to do it themselves. So in this case, you'll see that they've partnered with Persona. Persona, that sounds like a total like benign name. Like what's Persona, right? Like that's probably just some identity verification company. Well, you're right. It's the biggest third party identity verification company. It's actually worth billions and billions of dollars. Of course, this look, guys, look at the irony here. I'm going to jump out this window. I click on a single news website. This website processes personal data. Do not sell my personal data. What can we use? No, don't use. Ugh, I don't want any of it. Okay. Sorry. I feel sometimes I feel like a crazy person where I feel like I go around and I'm just like lately I've been trying to get all my friends to use cash. And I'm just like everyone's harvesting data on us. Anyway, so let's learn a little bit more about Persona. Persona hit a $2 billion valuation last year after it raised a Series D. Um, where do you who guess who, guys, invested in Persona? Some of the most evil venture capitalists ever. Um, they work with OpenAI, they work with Lime, they work with all these tech companies. But oops, I lost my oh my God, I lost my thing. Um, but who their funding round was led by is none other than Peter Thiel. This is a Peter Thiel company. This is a Peter Thiel company backed by Peter Thiel, funded by Peter Thiel, and the data is all intertwined with Peter Thiel's network of influence. So when you say, oh, Roblox, whatever, it's fine. Well, guess what? It's not Roblox. It's fucking Peter Thiel. I need to stop cursing because I'm going to get demonetized. I'm just typing. Hold on a sec. So I just think it's really important to learn about these companies. Um, you can go on the actual Founders Fund website and see a little bit more about Persona. They tout it as, one of their top analytics and software investments. Persona offers trusted identity infrastructure. Oh, here's their other, of course. Here's their other evil. Look at SpaceX, Palantir, Anduril, weapons manufacturer, Airbnb, Neuralink, Facebook, and Persona. So this is what Roblox, this is who Roblox has aligned themselves with. This is who Roblox has partnered with. This is the data that, this is who Roblox is trusting to collect and process their data. And of course, the way that these persona algorithms work. So persona uses AI again. Of course, it's all AI and big data to put people into these categories, and then they basically allow you to access different features based on those categories. So a lot of people have been speaking out against this. Actually, no one I've seen has talked at all about the Peter Thiel connection. No one seems to care. But it's caused a lot of harm to creators. First of all, because a lot of people suddenly can't access Roblox. Like adults can't access Roblox because they're unable to provide the correct amount of data or verification. We also know that that biometric data scans are not a reliable way of verifying ages. So of course they're put in these age buckets, but they're often inaccurate. Like I've talked about this before, but you know, age estimation is just a really bad technology. Like there is no meaningful difference between the way a 16 and a half year old and a 17-year-old. Like the night that you turn 18, for instance, like you don't look suddenly different, right? You don't look different an hour before to an hour after you turn 18. There's no way to tell. And also people age at different rates. Like some people look older, some people look younger. Like this is the whole problem, right? And I actually love that that Roblox tweeted this out. We're committing to safe space, whatever, age checks. I love the community note. The community note is great. And I'm so happy to see more community notes spreading truth out there and debunking these corporations who put out a bunch of propaganda. So readers added the context that people might want to know. Facial age estimation has been shown to have numerous issues, including being easily bypassed, producing false flags, placing adults into underage groups and vice versa, creating in-game moderation issues, and more. And then they give examples of different cases here that we can go to and see what it has to say. So, here's great. He can just bypass the age verification. He drew a it looks like he drew like a beard on his face to bypass the verification. Let's see what else people are doing. So this is crazy. Your age will be set by default to 1 year old and you won't be able to use chat. Yeah, guys, I'm sure a 1-year-old is really using Roblox. I'm sure a 1-year-old. What a great system. So this person, a driver's license proving that this person is 19 years old is not enough. A facial scan, which I'm assuming they did before the driver's license, is not enough. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. None of this stuff is a good way to do things. And again, I just have to say, they're partnering with this evil company to do all of it. That's the worst part of it. Oh my God, I keep back. That's the worst part of it to me, is that they're partnering with, oops. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I was trying to make it easier to read. They're partnering with a Peter Thiel company. They're partnering with the Peter Thiel company to do it all. I think actually that person Deep Humor, who I've become a fan of, who also talks a lot about this stuff, says if Roblox gets hacked, it would be one of the most catastrophic data leaks of all time. The point is that it's not Roblox, it's Persona. It's Persona. And yeah, if Persona gets hacked, it would be atrocious. Um, and of course, also like none of this keeps kids safe. This is all nonsense. People are also already selling age verified Roblox accounts. Roblox will have you re-verify if they detect something out of your bracket. Like, just this whole thing is just ridiculous. And also, if you already have an age verified account, like people are getting around this, but also adults are getting censored and blocked, and the whole thing is just such a complete disaster. And it's making it harder. Like, I mean, ultimately, it's destroying the platform. So I thought this was really shocking too. Um, you know, so most people obviously aren't going to want to do these age checks to begin with. They'll just stop using it, or they'll use it less, or they'll just never do it. Less than 36% of players can chat with each other on Roblox. So look at how far down this went. It's really sad. Like Roblox, I've written about this, but Roblox is a social platform above all else. Like Roblox is a place where people can go and connect. And I lost this. There was another post that I lost where actually I think it was like a mom or a dad was talking about how they normally play Roblox with their kid. And that's been this like really great way that they've bonded with their own kid. And um, they they can't do that anymore because of these like age laws. I think of like during the early days of the pandemic, in 2020, I got like addicted to Fortnite. And one of my cousins let me in his Discord server with like a bunch of other of like my cousin's friends and stuff. And obviously these are like teenagers. Um, and they were like, okay, we'll let your like old ass weird cousin play with us because she's clearly desperate to play Fortnite. But it's like, I don't know. There's so many times when people live in multi-generational households, and maybe like a 19-year-old wants to play with their 14-year-old brother, or I want to play with my cousin, or I want to chat with someone, and it's just like this whole thing is just, yeah, it's somebody said here, it is so much like the moral panic around this violent video games in the 90s and the early 2000s. The difference is when we had the moral panic about the violent video games, we had these moral panics previously, we didn't have AI. Like Peter Thiel had not built this like mass surveillance infrastructure. So they couldn't really crack down in the ways that they can now, and they can't enact mass surveillance the way they do now. So like yes, those moral panics were bad, and yes, they had devastating consequences, but now I think what's so bad now is that these crackdowns on video games are being used to enact mass AI surveillance and to harvest data for the worst, most ghoulish tech billionaires out there for profit. Um, and yeah, Persona's partnered with OpenAI. Somebody said that they used it with like VR chat or something as well. I mean, Persona's huge. I think it's the biggest third party age verification tool. No, I was not good at Fortnite, by the way. I was terrible. I just like got addicted to it for like 4 months because I was depressed. Um, and I actually just recently gave away my Nintendo Switch because I was like, all right, I'm not playing this anymore. I played so much of it in 2020. Um, I also like was in this other Discord with a bunch of like people in a Canadian metal band. They were all like Canadian metal band players, and they're still my friends. And we had a Discord meetup one time in LA, and it was really fun. But yeah, like I just think all of this stuff is bleak, and like Roblox, as I've talked about, is such a social experience for young people, and it is essentially like a metaverse for young people, and for it's like it is a social platform as much as it is a game. And I think when we look at these places, like there's no evidence that Roblox is causing like mental health problems. There's no evidence of Roblox leading to depression or Roblox leading to anything. It's a place for kids to go play games and be creative and hang with friends. Um and now not only can less children do that, but less adults can do that. And none of us are safer because of it. All this means is that Peter Thiel has even more of our data, again, to feed into these AI systems and discriminate against us. And It's just really sad and it's really bad, and, none of this protects people, and let's not forget that kids are the most likely way that kids are groomed is by someone they know. Like, kids are this is, like, the whole reason why this, like, stranger danger nonsense is just so ridiculous. Like, the primary way that kids are abused is by people that they know. It's by people in their life. It's people that are already their connections. They're family members sometimes. They're teachers. They're other people in their lives. So, this idea that, like, there's just, like, masses of, like, strangers on that are gonna, like, prey on your children on Roblox, like, it's just stupid and weird, and it's like, it's not true. There are so many things that Roblox can do to make the platform safer for kids before doing identity verification with Peter Thiel. There's just so much. So, yeah. And kids today are isolated primarily because they're growing up in a late capitalist hellscape and they're forced to do enormous amount of work. School is significantly more competitive um, for these children. It's and also they're forced to participate in the economy at younger and younger ages. It's horrible. Oh, somebody asked, do I know who Candace Audras is? I love Candace. I love her. She's wonderful. I have tried to interview her. I think just because of the backlash and abuse that she's gotten from all of the Jonathan Haidt people, she wasn't able to talk. But Alice Marwick is another one who's really great. I think she's friends with Candace, but they're both like Alice Marwick, Candace Odgers. There's like this whole group of women that have dedicated their lives to studying the impact of technology on young people, and they've all come out time and time again and said that this is a moral panic, that none of this is like helping children, that these are all just pretenses for pushing through extremely reactionary laws. And it's so depressing that we're at this point where this is the default. So yeah. Um Roblox sucks. And I think you guys need to keep an eye on persona. And when you see these identity verification things with gaming companies, especially, you'll note that they're constantly using this company. And I think a lot more people. There's not a single article. Sorry, my foot went numb from sitting on it. There's not a single article like all these articles on Mashable or TechCrunch, etc. None of them point out the persona stuff. None of them say that. And yet Roblox says this in their thing. Like, I mean, they'll mention persona rather. I'm not saying they don't mention persona, but they don't point out who funds persona and what persona really does. They just sort of say, oh, yeah, they're using this third party identity verification tool. And it's like, yeah, well, what third party identification tool and what is that tool up to? It's not good.